But again, it passed through the defenses like there was nothing. Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of blood on the floor, that's for sure. Yeah.
But then again, it passed through the defenses like there was nothing there, or there was some attempt of defense. This part, I didn't understand this. This seemed like a very small attack, and yet just go unpunished.
Well, the news media meme, the narrative is Israel is defending itself from terrorism. Okay. And Israel is suffering all the terror attacks. Okay. Give me the names of the victims. How many Israelis have been killed? How many have been wounded? And what you find out is that the ones being killed and wounded are not children, are not civilian women, are not civilian men or elderly men or women. It's soldiers. They wear uniforms. They're legitimate targets of war. That's what Hezbollah is killing. Israel, killing women, children, elderly, indiscriminately. That's the definition of terrorism right there. The major perpetrator of terrorism right now in Israel and Lebanon and surrounding territories is Israel. It's a terrorist state, in my view.
Yeah, I call it the ITS. But
the Israeli terrorist force.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, this since you mentioned this, let's. This is a tough subject. Let's talk about the hospital, the camp hospital that Israel attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Those were very strong images for me. I already told I usually don't have issues watching, bleak stuff, but it's getting harder. They're making it hard to me.
Yeah, well, now you've got firsthand experience being a father and a little one, and what you're watching on a child being to death, frantically pleading for help. That's what Israel's doing. I don't know. So while you were away on maternity leave, or paternity leave, I guess in your case, the Max Blumenthal put out his documentary called "Atrocities Inc."
I haven't seen.
And in it, he focused on you got to watch two big lies that the Israelis have used to justify their murder of civilians. His first claimed that Hamas killed 40 babies, beheaded them, and then that Hamas engaged in mass rape of them. Well, it turns out that Hamas didn't behead, burn any Israeli children. None. There was one child killed in a kibbutz, and that was because a bullet passed through a door and struck the child. So that was not a deliberate, that was just, being wrong place, wrong time, an accident, not a deliberate execution. Because if there actually had been 40 children beheaded and killed, where are their names? Where are their pictures? Their grandparents, I'm sure, would be in such a state of shock and mourning, they'd be out showing them off. Here's my daughter, here's my grandson, my granddaughter. No, none of that happened because it was a complete, total lie. Yet, I can ruin your day by sending you image after image after image after image, video and photo of dead babies, toddlers, children 2, 3, 4 years of age. Israel's killing them. And then you had this week the New York Times, which I think is another sign that Israel's wearing out its welcome in the world, put out that piece with X-ray evidence, photographic evidence, eyewitness testimony of more than 20 doctors. It may have been a higher number. Doctors and other medical personnel that had been in Gaza working, that these Israeli terrorists were deliberately shooting children in the head and in the chest. Again, these were targeted assassinations, targeted murders. So, you've got that going on. And then, the same thing applied to the rape of women. The actual ones doing the raping are Israeli prison guards who were caught on video sexually assaulting Palestinian prisoners. So, and this is all out of the Zionists, these people who believe that Judea and Israel is all ours. It belongs to us, God. And so 3,000 years ago, and we haven't lived here for more than 2,000 years, but that's okay. We're taking it. It's ours. And it doesn't matter if you've lived here before, if your parents and their parents and their parents and their parents and their parents lived here. It doesn't matter. We've got the right, you don't. That's the Zionist mentality. That's reflected with people like Itamar Ben-Gvir, their Homeland Security chief, and Bezalel Smotrich, their Minister of Finance, their Secretary of Treasurer. These people are radical fanatics, and they insist that they're going to conquer Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia, take all for themselves. And because those inhumans, those subhuman Arabs, Muslims, they need to be destroyed and eliminated. That's this Zionist mindset that rules Israel right now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it rules only Israel. We can see that the fingerprint mostly everywhere, and well, that's for people in Brazil, you have to take a look. There's a lot of evidence of that in Brazil as well. So that's a thing that we try to bring up also to the Brazilian people to remember. It's not only there. It's not only the United States. It's not only Israel. It's not only a couple of crazy people, Netanyahu or whatever. It's a lot. It's a handful of crazy people, not just one or two.
Yeah,
and it's amazing how these people.
It goes beyond a handful.
Yeah,
in Israel, you're probably talking a good solid 2 to 3 million people may advocate that. I posted on Sonar21.com the other day, 2 days ago, a video of Smotrich being interviewed and said, hey, we have a right to Lebanon and to Jordan and to Saudi Arabia and to Egypt. It's ours. It belongs to us. It's the Zionist dream. I hadn't seen somebody that crazy spread in their face since watching some of the rantings of Adolf Hitler. I'll put him in that same category. He's just disgusting and despicable.
Yeah, I guess I missed the memorandum from God where he says that these are their lands. Well, I disagree. So